What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. So we got an MMA update for you, man. Right now, obviously I'm a casual in this mixed martial arts / wrestling game. Nonetheless, the big fights. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm only interested in the big ones coming up. That's what I'm interested in. Yeah, all them Dagestani dons. That's what I'm interested in. And we know we had Khamzat Chimaev. Yeah, this dude twisted Whittakers spark off, twist his jaw up, man. That's mad. Twist his jaw clean off his head. I'm trying to find the leak. Where is it? Here it is. Here. Let's play some of it. And I watched the fight. First round, it's a relentless type of situation. I actually rate Whittaker's ground defense. He didn't get this ragdolled. He was half getting there until he was half in there until he wasn't. Next thing you know, his jaws just swinging, just spun his block up. You know them movies where you're in there, or hitman movies, and there's two victim posted somewhere, and the hitman comes behind him and just goes, it just spins up. That's what this was like. It spun his jaw up, man. Wow, crazy strength, crazy tenacity, and these men know how to roll on the floor. That's what they know how to do. That's what they know how to do. Look at Muktapa. Muktapa was in there with Habib. Oh, man. Oh, bro. It's only business, bro. Even though he was talking the most. Throwing dollars at a bus and whatnot. All of a sudden, oh, man, on business, bro. You best believe it was business. Yeah? By the time Habib finished twisting his jaw side up, he wanted business. That's all he wanted. He didn't seriously want to fight. That's what we know for sure. That's what Muktapa didn't want to do. But Whittaker, man, he was in there. And it's scary to witness how strong these dudes are, bottom line. Because Whittaker, whilst rolling on the floor, and wrestling ain't my forte, it's not what I'm really into, you have to respect what we're seeing here. End of the day, that's what Robert Whittaker signed up for. He signed up to face a dude who can roll on the floor. Yeah? What I will say is that I do think the wrestling game, the game is largely wrestling. That's what the facts are showing now. You can have the best striking you want. Name me a striker who's been able to compete. Is it a case of we haven't seen that level of striker yet? Possibly, but I just don't think you can. When someone's trying to cling onto your legs, what are you going to do, man? That's the bottom line, right? When a big old Russian, what's he from? Chechen dude who's been rolling with the bears, he want your leg, what are you going to do? You can't kick your way out of that. Muktapa used to say things like, oh, well, you can kick wrestlers. You have to whip your feet. Okay. Alright then. It's a shame you couldn't whip your feet. All that. The kick needs to be like a whip. That's what Muktapa would say. All that kick whipping. Habib on your ass, man. And he knocked you down as well, for good measure. So, I do feel like the wrestling, it is a hack. There's an edge to that. We like to think the game is 33% BJJ, 33% striking, and 30% wrestling. It's not. It's like 60% wrestling. If you haven't got that wrestling game, and even if you have got that wrestling game down pat, these men do it different. That's the truth. These men do it different. The Western wrestling ain't doing it like this. Because we've watched a bunch of, I'm trying to think historically. Historically, people like Chael Sonnen or even Cormier. Cormier and Chael Sonnen, they were like the wrestlers in my mind. Right? They weren't doing it like this though. They weren't doing it like this. It's like a different type of pace to it. You look at Cormier, man. Cormier, he can't hold no pace in the wrestling, man. He too slow. He trying to eat something, right? Look at this cat here. Who here think Chimaev trying to eat something? He bone dry lean. Look at the tenacity here. We're going to play some clips. I'm going to keep stopping it because of the copyright, but I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't have mind to have seen some more striking from Chimaev. So he does one head kick and he's shooting already. I've heard, I don't know the game from Adam, that's the truth, but I've heard that naturally a single leg's harder to get off than a double leg. But when it doesn't matter what, these guys can get your toe, right? If Chimaev catch your toe, you're going down, more or less. The odds are, right? Don't matter how I've been training, it's only got my toe. He get a taste of anything. Any of your lower extremities, he taking you down. Or he gonna be on you. And that's what you saw here. This wasn't really Chimaev, I've got to be honest. Chimaev, in my novice understanding, he was really shooting in He didn't really work into the takedown. He literally just dived on his leg. And that's what I'm telling you when I say it's a hack. If someone can be halfway across the ring and dive on your leg and it's over for you, it's like, well, what's the point of doing no striking, man? What's the point of striking? What's the point of striking? There's no point. Unless you pull a... Again, Ben Askren, he at that level. You can also say, oh, well, IB, well, the answer to the wrestler is you just jump in with a knee, like Ben Askren and Masvidal. Okay, maybe. Ben Askren's slow, though. He ain't like this, though. He's not like Chimaev. He's kind of... Chimaev's in there like he's trying to... He's scrapping. Feral. He looks feral and rabid for your leg. Ben Askren's kind of like, oh, I'll see if there's a leg here. It's too polite. These man is different. There's a level of intensity and tenacity. Totally ferociously trying to get your leg. Pause. No diddy. Yeah? So I think he feinted the right hand. And he's shooting from halfway across the ring. But look, he's just sucking out the hips of Whittaker. Whittaker can't get a look in edgeways. Just suck the hips clean. You see that bit there? Let's play it again. He sucked the hips clean from under. It's a crazy strength. If you've done boxing before, and you do a little bit of clinching, you understand how hard it is, naturally, to control another man. Another trained man your size. Trying to manipulate his body. It's not easy, obviously. What grown man wants to be thrown around the ring? These men be throwing grown man around the ring. Grown, trained man around. Look at this guy. Look. Whittaker's down here. And watch his hips get sucked out. Watch. You missed it. I think I passed it already. But trust me, the hips got sucked out. No, did he? You can see it there. You can see him there just sucking him off the ground. It's like, whoa. I feel bad, honestly. That's why I don't like... Well, that's why I don't participate in mixed martial arts, because it's just... I don't know what you do in this situation, man. You got a dude hanging off you. Like a monkey. Right? Clinging onto you. He's got the bear / ape strength as well. What do you do when there's a gorilla hanging off you, ultimately? Yeah, what do you do? It's not in boxing, if you're in a clinch or whatever, you know the referee gonna separate it at some point, / you can half work out of it. In this situation, what do? You can't punch your way, you can't fight. In most situations in boxing, you have the option to fight your way out. You can't really, okay, they say fight the hands or whatever. I'm not a professional in this game, but, fight the hands or whatever the defensive technique is. Come on, man. It doesn't, the maths don't math too well. It's like all these times we've heard about the wrestler versus the BJJ guy. In theory, BJJ is supposed to be the rock, paper, scissors of wrestling. Oh, well, you might take me down, but I'll twist you up. Well, look at that cat Makachev fought. Charles Oliveira, he's supposed to be the BJJ legend. He got choked out. Something like that. It's the bottom line, people. Wrestling is the hack. Yeah? That's what it is. Wrestling's a hack. You don't care how good you are on your feet. And Whittaker's not a bad wrestler. He's more of an out-and-out striker, but look, come on, man. Chimaev hanging off the back of him. Hanging out the back of him. Pause. You see, look, Chimaev's got his neck in there, just tight, like another second skin. That's how it looked to me. Watching this fight, it looked to me like Chimaev was a second... How do you peel a second skin off? How do you peel a 200-pound trained second skin off your back? That's the question. How do you do it? And all that time you're spending peeling another man off your back who's clinging onto you, it's burning your gas tank as well. At least in boxing, if you say, oh, I'm gonna give it 20 seconds now. I'm gassed, but I'm gonna give it 20-second burst. You get some return for that. You might have your opponent thinking twice, thinking, oh, he's not finished yet. Here though, you spend all that energy and he's still there. It's like, it must be. I respect, honestly. Muay Thai and mixed martial arts, there's no doubt, is another level to boxing. Bottom line. Especially in the new age. But fundamentally, there's nothing scarier than being in this situation. Yeah. You got your neck all exposed, and that's ultimately what happened. Do you know how scary it is, to have another grown man on your back? You can't do nothing about it. And he twisting your neck up. He popping your jaw spot. Come on. Even in boxing, we saw the other weekend, Fraser Clark got his head bust. But taking a shot and having a man take your back. Take that. Essentially, right? Imagine if this was Khamzat Chimaev, right? Imagine this dude wasn't Khamzat Chimaev. and it was Khamzat Chimaev. What are you going to do? Yeah, he's got your jaw twist up. Take that. It's mad. Fair play to Whittaker, man. Someone got to do it. Someone got to do it, right? Someone's got to do it. So I really do. It's times like these I really respect the mixed martial arts dons. Because you can't really quit either. Yeah, you can tap, but you can. No one taps when they're getting ragdolled like this, or you tap when the choke's on. But your jaw's already been spun out, right? Your jaw's already been spun out. Dana White made the octagon fence his tool. Yeah, you can't do a Ben Whittaker and just look backwards and jump out the octagon. You have to fight in there. That's what you have to do. So yeah, I got a lot of love a lot of respect for the mixed martial arts dude, especially going in there with these type of dudes. This ain't like, come on now. People like Usman, he's another one. Usman's another generic, in my opinion, kind of United States wrestler. That type shtick. Yeah. They're not thirsty to get, or even Woodley, it's not an aggressive style of wrestling. It's more laboured and conversational. That's what I remember watching. Whether it was Cormier, Usman, Woodley, they're conversational wrestlers. These guys, they ain't taking no for a second answer, is the point. That's what they're not doing. They're not taking no for a second answer. The minute they get even a sniff of your leg, it's a problem for you. And I'm not sure, it'll be intriguing to see in the next 10 years what the answer is. And it's a shame, really, we don't have someone with that wrestling prowess that was around when John Jones was knocking about. For whatever reason, these guys don't tend to be in the bigger weight divisions yet. But I think John Jones is probably the only one who comes to mind who might be dynamic enough to make it work. But again, the competition he's had, you can't say it's on the level of a Khabib or a Makhachev or a Chimaev. You can't do it. Unfortunately, he just can't. He hasn't. I'm trying to think. Jones came along in a time when the UFC's developed massively in terms of their skills. Back in the early 2000s, man, the skill level was so much lower, and Jones came up in that bridging part between the new age and the new skills and more holistic game, and the old heads who would. Come on now. The old heads don't really have pound for pound skills like we're seeing today, that's for sure. Jones, and that's really what I feel. I'll be honest. Jones needs to fight Aspinall. That's what Jones needs to do. That's what Jones needs to fight Aspinall. I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay. Cormier again. Cormier is probably the one that comes to mind when you think about Jones's career. But come on, it's Cormier. Cormier is solid. No doubt a Hall of Famer in the mixed martial arts or UFC. But. And again, Jones was going life and death with Cormier. Jones was going life and death with Cormier. Cormier was beating Jones on the feet at some points. In both fights, to be fair. He was in the mix with Jones. So, who knows? You can't really back against these guys. These hungry bear ape type cats. Oh man. Go on, this is what I meant when I said earlier about Whittaker. Whittaker, he was in it until he wasn't. Look, he got to his feet. Fair play. Fair play to him, man. He's been 2 minutes. Respect that conditioning. Because the new age boxing guys, the equivalent of that is like being in a rock'em sock'em scrap for 2 minutes. Most fighters, if you go in there and rock'em sock'em for 2 minutes, they're gassed. The new age boxers. They do 2 minutes of hard work and they're like, blow in. Look at Ben Whittaker. Ben Whittaker went in there, did about 2 minutes of hard work, right? He thought he was trying to dig his shots in, and he was gassed, finished. So Whittaker's just spent 2 minutes essentially trying to panic his way out of it. He just got to his feet and this guy's back on him. There's no rest. Someone like Cormier, in my opinion, he'd have backed off now and done some striking. These men are relentless with the wrestling. Yes. Snapped his jaw as well. His jaw got broke, so that's just mad. I feel bad for Whittaker, man, but end of the day, he's a warrior, no doubt. And Chimaev, too. Some people critique Khabib Habib was a bit of a layer and a prayer. To be fair to Khamzat, he's not perfect. He's been put down. He got put down by someone. I forgot who it was. He's been sick as well. But either way, the point I'm making is that Habib... I mean, is this just a lucky fight? Whittaker is seen as more of a striker. Is it a lucky fight where he's gone there with a striker and the striker couldn't do nothing? But from what I remember, Habib was more... He's not as looking to get the finish. And again, he ground and pound your head off for 4 rounds, 5 rounds. I'd have to check what Habib's record is actually. But I know he got a whole bag of... To be fair, he got a whole bag of stoppages. He wasn't doing a snooze, man. That's what he wasn't doing. People was complaining, all the McTapper homosexuals was complaining, oh, Habib, he just wrestled too much. He was stopping dudes, though. I'm trying to think who went distance with him. He stopped them all. Oops. You got Khamzat here. I think Khamzat's... No, okay. Okay, Khamzat went life and death with Usman. Didn't watch that fight, I can't remember it. Tell the truth. So yeah, I don't know. Either way, Whittaker got smoked. How about that? Even if I have gone on a bit of a sexual run for the bear / gorilla strength dons, Whittaker got smoked. How about that? He got his jaw popped. Bottom line. Anyway, on to the next one. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen this guy from Adam. The last time I heard about Ilia Topuria, everyone's talking about him. And from a super duper casual point of view, as far as UFC's concerned, I remember hearing about him when he knocked out Volkanovski. At the time, I thought, well, Makhachev just had a go on. Makhachev just popped Volkanovski's cherry, but it was late notice. So on the back of that, you say, well, Volkanovski was popped by Makhachev and probably didn't have time to recover. That was the base case after Topuria had to go on Volkanovski. Now, though, listen, Max Holloway, he's long in the tooth. I don't know what he's still fighting for. He's done it all now. There's no real... these guys love it too much. I guess you got to fill your day somehow, but become a trainer or just be in the gym, man. You got to be doing all this, man. I don't believe Max Holloway's been knocked spark out before. And for the first time in his career, he's been knocked out. Listen, fair play to Max. He beat Gaethje, KO Gaethje, so he's around. He's still knocking around. You can't say he's finished, but I just don't like seeing... For me, someone like Max Holloway, he's given enough to the game. I don't want to see it ending up... I can see Max Holloway ending up like Tony Ferguson. Ferguson went on way too long. Way too long. Right? Way too long. No good. Tony Ferguson's he's been hit so much in the head, he's losing his mind, doing a madness with his misses and all sorts of things. So I think Holloway he should hang around for fun fights. That's what he should hang around for. If there's some fun fights knocking about, like the Gaethjes, like the Poiriers, them kind of fun ones. People who ain't really gonna do some serious arm like that. These new age guys, man, in the UFC, the new age ones that are coming up. Yeah, the Chechens, the Georgia. This cat's from Georgia apparently, some Ukrainian thing. Either way, any one of them ones, stay away from them. If I was Max Holloway, and that's what you saw here. I actually rate as well Topuria's, whatever his name is, Ilia's, his striking as far as boxing is concerned. You can see him here digging left uppercuts to the body, or left hooks, whatever you want to call it, to the body, which is unusual. Also, the way he was coming in with level changes, it's more reminiscent of an actual boxer. Watch this here. Snapping right hand as well. Body again, body. He's just whipping shots into the body. You never see that in UFC, really. I'm trying to show you the level changes. Feints. No, it's going straight in. There we go, there it was there. Subtle. Oh. So yeah, anyway, man, listen. Cracking fights in the UFC at the weekend. Really putting boxing to shame. I've got a video coming later today. Jack Catterall, I don't know. People are sucking him off, but I don't know. I don't really rate him like that. That's the truth, man. He just, I don't know what he did. He just stands around too much, Jack Catterall, man. You don't finish your dinner. That's what Jack Casserole don't do. He don't finish his dinner, man. We've seen Josh Taylor about finished a few times. He just standing there. Prograve's begging to go, and you're standing there. Prograve's legs are completely shot. He's falling over himself, falling on the floor. He's finished. Prograve is legitimately shot. That's one of the worst cases of a shot fighter I've seen. And Casserole can't finish his dinner, man. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it.